And good morning, good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome to another video. Welcome to Golden Wisdom 1111. So, before we start, we clear the energies, get you and myself in the right state of mind before we get started with this reading. So, again, this is a reading to resonate with everybody who comes across it, no matter what you're going through right now. It is meant to be a timeless reading to speak to you at the very moment that you find it. This is a general reading, so obviously it is not incredibly specific. However, do take what resonates. That's my intention behind this, to leave you with something inspiring, to leave you with some wisdom, and to open up another side of you, the spiritual side of you, the intuitive side and the spiritual side of you, with my sharing of these messages. So for today, I'm going to use two decks. One is Work Your Light, and the other one is Past Lives. And this is a collective reading for Divine Feminine. So I'm picking messages from and through these cards, and obviously through what I channel. I use both cards and channeling to send messages. So I'm going to start off with the past lives. So I got two cards here. First one is Food and Hunger, and the second one is Mother. So I feel these cards are related, and they refer more so to self-sacrificing. That's how I feel they're related. So food and hunger, this is related to past lives, to a time where food was not enough. And obviously the belief amongst humans at that time was that food is not enough for everybody. And we still have this belief collectively on the earth today. Depending on what culture or society you are from or where you live, we still believe that there's not enough food to feed all the people. And the other card here is the Mother card. So mothers, it doesn't matter what culture or society you come from, mothers are known to be sacrificers, because mothers always put their children before them, and that had to do in every aspect, emotionally, physically, giving them their food, sacrificing all of their time for all of the kids' needs. So this still happens today. So if there is a part of the divine feminine collective right here, right now, who still carries this in her DNA, we can let go of it now. We can cut cords with this energy. So this is the energy of not enough food, the energy that I have to sacrifice myself, the energy that I have to suffer for the good of others. We can cut cords with it now. So we just ask our ancestors, our guides, and our divine self part to cut all the etheric cords with any and all ideas and concepts of suffering, putting ourselves last in the name of the needs, the physical, emotional, psychological needs of others, to be first. Okay, so also part of this is to let go of the mentality of that there is not enough love. That as a mother, maybe we have thought we never gave enough love to our children, or once we're in that mindset of sacrificing, maybe we think that we haven't sacrificed enough, or we go back in our minds and think of a situation, oh, maybe I didn't give enough. Okay. Now, when we are giving lots, remember that is an imbalance in the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, because divine masculine is the giving and divine feminine is supposed to be the receiving. So when we're over giving, we're stepping into an imbalance of a feminine energy. So this is a time to let go of that. There's always enough energy to go around, and there's always enough of us to go around. And if we find ourselves that we are not able to be there physically, let's say for somebody, one of our children, by all means send the divine to be there with them. Send the divine angels, the divine ancestors, their divine guides to protect them, to be there with them, or that or something better. So in case you can't be there, the divine can be there for them through other people. We can't do it all in this physical body, but we always have help to help us in situations where we can't be there physically. So I want to remind you of that. Okay, that's what this is. Reminding you, if you can't be there 100% physically for whatever reason, do not worry. The divine is taking care of it, and this is all related to the lack energy, thinking that there's not enough of us. There's enough of heaven to go everywhere. I want you to remember that. Okay, so we're going to move into the Working Your Light Oracle cards. So the first card we got here is Star Mother. So how beautiful is this? This card is asking us to mother ourselves. Okay, so once again, this is reminding us that if our cup is not full, we have nothing to pour for anyone else, including our children, including our relatives, our family, our friends, our workplaces, our societies, our communities. So this reminds us that we have to be able to have our cup full before we can give anything away. So taking that time to nurture yourself, to get a little bit more sleep, to eat a little bit better in terms of life-giving foods, okay? In terms of taking time to meditate 15 minutes in the morning before you attend to anyone in your family or your phone or anything like that. So this is reminding us to take that time to mother ourselves. Another card that we got from Working Your Light Oracle card deck is Trust Your Path. So this card says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So if you knew the divine is behind you 110% every step of your path, what would you do? Meaning, if you knew you're divinely guided, supported financially, emotionally, psychologically, physically by the divine, even though you cannot see it, even sometimes you cannot feel it because you spend too much time in our head, so that sometimes cuts you off from your intuition. You can't be in both at the same time. When that occurs, that knowing, that trust, that faith in the divine is there for you every step of the way, what would you do? So this calls for you, what would you do with your time? What would you do with your energy? That's what this is asking. What would you do? So trust your path. So when you follow that intuition, when you follow that guidance system that you were gifted with by the Creator, and every human has been gifted with this guidance system, when you follow it, what would you do? So the answer to this question for a lot of us, it lies in, I would sing, I would dance, I would paint, I would travel, I would cook. It would involve creativity. That's what, for the most part, this question would answer for us. The next card that we got, and it's a beautiful one as well, it's called Inner Temple. So devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So you see how we got the Star Mother here, Mother yourself, and this is your inner temple. So obviously your inner temple is something that's very sacred, and we forget how sacred it is. We only remember when we're in pain, physical pain, because of our health. Our inner temple is our body. So tune into the portal of your heart. So your heart guides you to other dimensions. It tunes you in into your intuition and into your soul. It's the portal to your soul. So it is very important to balance the mind with the heart, meaning we're spending about equal time in both. See, the Creator gave you the brain for survival and the heart to follow your soul's path. So what do we need to do with our inner temple? How do we take care of our inner temple? To follow more of our heart. So our heart could be speaking to us many times of the day and we turn it off. It could be saying, you know what, that's enough coffee, right? That's enough sugar. It could be saying things like that, because the more you eat or drink of those things, it clogs up your portal to your heart, and then you're functioning more out of your brain. It causes a little bit of an imbalance. So this card is calling forth for us to honor the inner temple. Maybe your body's actually asking you for more water, not food. But we have to be able to tune in to that inner temple to know that. A lot of times we don't drink enough water and we think it's food that we need, when it's, if you listen to your body, it will tell you it actually needs more water, not more food. All right, so we got another card that's related to that. It is right here. It's called Fill Up Your Well. Retreat, rest, refuel. So once again, the Star Mother reminding us to mother ourselves, to take care of our inner temple, and to fill up your well. So just as I said before, if your cup's not full, if you're not well rested, you're gonna probably snap at somebody. And a lot of times, because we're not well rested, we didn't eat properly, we didn't spend enough time outside, or a combination of these things, it is very easy for us to snap because we're angry. Somebody ticked us off, and especially somebody that knows us well pushes our buttons in our family, and we snap at them, and then argument starts, conflict starts, and things like that. Now that's the end result of us not having taken up enough time to fill up our well, meaning we didn't eat properly, we didn't sleep properly, we didn't rest well, we didn't rest our minds, we didn't rest our hearts, and then we end up regretting our actions. So these cards are reminding us to mother ourselves. So the last card that we got here, it's a beautiful one as well. It's dance. Do something to shift your vibration. So this card reminds us that once we realize we're on that path, let's say we didn't sleep enough, we didn't eat well enough, if we feel that we're in tune with a lot of emotions like angry, we're getting short with people, things like that. If we realize we're going down that path, this card calls for us to shift out of that emotion, shift out of that vibration by moving our body. So your inner temple. So your inner temple, you could snap out of those states by dancing. So we don't have to go take a dancing class, sign up for it tomorrow. Although if you feel called to do that, by all means, you can just do it in your car. You can do it while you watch TV or listen to the radio. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but the fact that you're moving your body is what's gonna shift you out of that, gawky kind of vibration. It'll put you in a higher vibration. So what a beautiful reading. Beautiful messages, beautiful reminders to mother ourselves, to fill up our well, to take care of our inner temple, and to trust the path the divine is taking us on. So thank you so much for being a part of this reading. I hope these messages resonate with you. I wish you well on your path, and I look forward to giving you all more messages of the divine golden wisdom. Thank you all.